Hello, welcome to my channel. I am going to install XT brakes, hydraulic brakes of course, onto my Salsa Rustler. The thing is I've never done hydraulic brakes before. I've always taken my bike to a shop or had somebody do it for me. But I decided it's time I learn how to deal with hydraulic brakes. They've become the norm in biking. I used to just swear by mechanical brakes because of their simplicity, but I have a couple bikes now that have hydraulic brakes, and once they're set up and working, I've never had an issue with them. I've never had them fail or leak or do anything like that. And so kind of like how I went through this process with resisting tubeless tires, once I actually embraced it and started doing it, I realized it's not what I thought it was, right? So I'm not going to do any work in this video. So this is going to be a multi-part video series of me doing this, because if I make one big long video, it's going to be like 45 minutes, an hour long or something like that. So it's going to be a multi-part series. This first one is just gonna be about what I have and what I've purchased so I can get ready to start doing this. And I do still have questions because I have never done this before on how I'm gonna do it. So as I research those things and find them out, I'm gonna have them here. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I'm sure there's more people out there that have never done this and they're unfamiliar with it, and there's probably people out there that have done it quite a bit, and they're definitely going to put their comments in, and that will help all of us out and maybe me. So to start with, let's look at what I have. So first of all, my bike came with SLX brakes, right, which are pretty good. I like them, but what I'm thinking is I want to take these and put these on a different bike. The bike I'm actually thinking of, believe it or not, is my low side, because I put those guide brakes that came off of my Ripmo AF that I've recently sold. When I put the Magura brakes on the Ripmo AF, I moved the SRAM guide brakes, trying to remember the names of everything, over to my low side, and the guides just aren't that great after using Shimano brakes and those Magura brakes and stuff. I just like the feel that these brakes have, which I also am kind of surprised, because I used to think Shimano brakes were way too catchy and twitchy, but now that I'm used to them, I actually like them. So we're gonna upgrade to XT. This whole bike's gonna eventually be XT. It already has XT rear derailleur, so I'm just gonna upgrade. The cranks will eventually become XT, or maybe something else. I'm considering race face too. So, and then I'm gonna do the brakes. One thing that I haven't looked into is I've noticed that the shifter mounts onto the lever, so I do not know if the new levers that I have will have this capability. If not, I'm either going to have to find a clamp or opportunity to update my shifter to XT. Same with the dropper post, or dropper lever, I mean, but I really don't like this lever. I'm going to definitely order a Wolf Tooth, which is my favorite lever brand, and I will be upgrading this to a Wolf Tooth dropper lever. So there you have it. When we get to the calipers and the rotors, we'll just have to see how that works. Another thing I've never worked with is the center lock. So all kinds of learning here. I see that center lock looks like it uses some type of spanner type wrench or something to take it off, which I know I do have stuff for that. So here's the parts I have. I have the 180 mil for the front, 160 for the rear. That is, I believe, how the bike is set up. Hopefully, if that's a 180 in the rear, guess I'll have to get a 180. And then over here, I've got the front and rear brakes all set up out of the box. I could probably take a quick peek at the levers and see. Yeah, they don't look like they have any way to mount the shifter to them. So I'll look at that. Calipers. So from what I'm told is that these are really easy because I just leave the what do they call it, the olive, see I'm learning all this stuff too, on, and then I can feed it through my frame because of course the stuff has to go through the frame, and then once it's fed through the frame I can just plug it in and I shouldn't have to bleed them or anything like that. But I've seen a few YouTube videos of people doing this, and I've seen a few times when they've had to bleed the brakes. So I do have, I went to the bike shop and asked them what I needed, and they gave me this, which has the mineral oil and it has some of the pieces, but obviously some of this stuff is specific for Tektro brakes. And then I got the Shimano funnel, so I'll figure out how to use those things and when and where as I go along. So there we go. Seems really complicated to me, especially when I compare to mechanical brakes, or in the case of like BMX brakes that I deal with all the time. Like, I'm a master at working with these types of brakes. Like, I've been doing this for what, 40 years or something. Isn't that crazy? Like, man, I'm just glad I'm still doing it. All right, so this is video 1. This is the stuff I have. One of the things I'm doing before I start any of this work is look at my workshop. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I'm so bad at keeping things clean and organized. So I want to get things a little more organized and clean. I did a whole bunch of organizing over there, trying to get things in place. Now I need to work on this section. And I have this area mostly cleaned up too, which is nice. So when I'm working on the bike, and when I do videos, I kind of want to keep as best of a clear background as I can. Of course, there's the workbench, and then there's the gun safe, which I don't know where else I would put that. I kind of want easy access to that anyway. We won't get into that, but yeah. So I think I'm all set, and this is the first video in a series, and I'll just link probably from this video, or actually in each video, I'll just make sure I keep a set of links to each video as I go through them in the description. So if you catch one of the later videos, hopefully you can go back and start with this one and work your way through, and I'll keep them organized in an order or something like that. It should all work out, right? Anyway, really appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace. It's winter time. There's nothing better to do. Might as well upgrade my bikes.